What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel, Red Bull Coffee and Crime. I am here today with Arctic Fox True Crime.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. We are going to be going over a case. Her name is Jamie, and I am so sorry if I mispronounce names, you guys. Jamie Kaiwai.
Kawhi.
Kawai. She is a missing 27-year-old mother who is described as talented, independent young woman. She was a black belt, an amazing artist. She could draw anything, like anybody, any type of animal within a few minutes. She used to draw pictures and sell them for $1 at school for her lolly money. Um, she also loved to watch the sea, which this is very important in the case. She loved to watch the sea, but she was really afraid of water. Um, let me. So she went missing, and it was near. Um, sorry, you guys. Let me pull this up. Um, so it was October 11th in 2019, and she was near Tologa Bay. Now I have Tologa Bay pulled up. Um, it's both a bay and small town on the east coast of New Zealand's North Island, located 45 kilometers northwest of Gisborne and 30 kilometers south of Tokomaru Bay. Um, this was this is a very small area, you guys. The population of Tolaga Bay was 831 in the 2018 census. Um, so it was very small. This was the last place she was seen. Um, let me pull up. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. This is a little bit, I'm going to just read from some articles that we found. Um, this one was written in 2019. So she was last seen alive on October 11th. When this article was written, it was almost 18 months since the 27-year-old mother of one was last seen alive walking on Tolaga Bay Beach near the wharf between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Friday, October 11th. Her car was found abandoned um, at Tolaga Bay Wharf, but her body was never found. Her cousin, I cannot pronounce the name, Arctic Ali Alanu, has been persistent in her belief foul play was involved in Jamie's disappearance. She has also managed to find out things the police did not. She wants Jamie's case removed from Tarawidi police and reinvestigated. The investigation was riddled with mistakes and carelessness, she said. From day one, police have not treated it as suspicious based on her mental illness. They assumed she had killed herself. Um, the family feels they are using her mental health as a scapegoat to cover up the fact that they did such a crap job. The police know that they are unhappy. So Jamie had some mental health issues. In 2018, she actually had a psychotic episode and lost custody of her son, which was given to the father, and that's where his her son is now. And she also smoked weed, but I know a lot of people that smoke. I don't know why they would think anything of that. But the police view that Jamie was a mentally ill, drug dependent woman who took her own life. We've been honest about her mental illness, honest about her drug use. We haven't painted her as perfect, but we do not believe she killed herself. Um, so Jamie also had a new job. You know, she started wearing makeup, was getting back on track. Police cut off contact with the cousin in March. In January this year, police told the Herald they were preparing the case to pass it on to the coroner. Um, all the family wants is for them to reinvestigate this case again. They don't dislike the police. I honor the work they do, but in this situation, I think they are refusing accountability for the mistakes they have made. That means Jamie misses out and our family is not getting the answers we need. Everyone is feeling her loss. The list of mistakes and carelessness referred by Ollie include police taking 5 months, you guys, to send Jamie's clothing away from testing. Now, they found clothes in her abandoned car. They included a pair of gray track pants covered in sand and damp. They were found in the boot of her car, inside out, with one shoe stuck in one of the legs. Two hoodies were found, one inside the other, with drops of blood on the inside cuff of one of the sleeves. A black leather jacket in the front seat also had blood on the sleeves, and there was a black jersey with blood on it too. There was also the issue of the car being moved after she disappeared. A person contacted Oli, and that's her cousin, to show her a picture they took Friday, October 11th, which captured Jamie's car in the background. This is significant because her car was parked in a different car park on Sunday, October 13th, at the Tolaga Bay Wharf. That morning, police dropped off Jamie's papa, Uru, to collect her car. It fired up straight away, which was unusual. Um,
Yeah, because the car had some battery issues for a while. She was calling up family members and saying that she needed jumper cables. And so for the car to fire up straight away, that's definitely a red flag.
it is right, and when a car is sitting there, not turned on, with already having car problems, that definitely is weird. Um, so Jamie often called and asked to borrow her papa's jumper leads because if she did not drive her car once every 12 hours, the battery died. It had a crook battery. If that car had been there since Friday, not driven, it definitely would not have fired up straight away. Um,
So a crook battery, for those that are here in the US, is a dying battery. When we say the boot, that's the trunk of a car.
oh, yeah. Thank you for clearing that up. Um, you guys, the police did not even fingerprint her car. Um, the room where she lived at on Tolaga Bay, it was never fingerprinted either. Her phone and computer were sent to the police high tech crime group in Wellington, but they could not get into either device. Um, her cousin said she took it to a shop in Hastings and they were able to access it within 5 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't want to get into it. They didn't want to be
Yeah.
bothered with it, which is why they didn't take any fingerprints. They are trying to just chalk this death up. Oh, well, she was on drugs and she had mental illness and she offed herself. And they haven't done any type of real investigation. They just want it off their records, but they don't want to put any effort into it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Oh my gosh, these kind of cases piss me off so bad. Ugh. Um, so
Well, and we see this. Sorry, excuse me. We
all
see this all the time. Whenever someone has a history of mental illness, it's like there's some type of derelict and the police can't be bothered with it. They never take these cases. Well, number one, it's rare that they take a missing adults case seriously to begin with. But when
Yeah.
that person suffers from mental illness, that's just
Hey,
the icing
Chris.
on the cake for these officers. They don't
Thank you
treat
for
these
coming
cases.
by.
Yeah, they don't treat these cases with a sense of urgency, and we've seen it time and time again. And New Zealand's not alone in this. The U.S. is very bad about this. If you've got a history of drug abuse, if you've got a history of prostitution, if you've got a history of
Hmm.
mental illness, they don't care.
Yeah, and that's really sad. That's why I feel a lot of cases go unsolved. Um, so the information that they ended up finding on the laptop included Jamie's movements from the last few weeks because of her phone's GPS data uploading onto her computer. It showed some long drives, one to Hawke's Bay and another to Te Aurora, where Jamie would only stay for around 5 minutes at each location. Jamie had also searched the internet for midwives a few months before she went missing. Although her cousin does not know if this meant Jamie was pregnant or not, she passed all this information to the police. Jamie's F post
That's
card.
basic. That's their version of our food stamp card.
Oh, okay. Hmm. It also turned up at a different Tolaga Bay beach from where her car was found. So that's definitely a red flag. Why would her EBT card turn up somewhere else? I wonder if she ever mentioned to somebody that she had lost it. Because if not, that's weird. There is also a missing blanket. It is an old school orange wool blanket with an Auckland Farmers Trading label on it. She asked our Nan for this blanket because she was cold at the inn. My Nan had two of these blankets, said Oli. The one she lent Jamie has never been found. Police searched for 10 days around Tologa Bay Wharf, and the National Dive Squad was brought in to do a sonar search of the sea in that area. Um, a Rahu, Ra, a
I'm
Rahu?
gonna guess that that's either some type of version of the silver alert or amber alert. I have no idea though.
That sounds like it, because it was put in place for the whole of Tolaga Bay until the end of November 2019. Um, her family said she would not just go missing. She loved her family. She loved her son. Um, Let me check the comments. Is 6 cents here? Because she could definitely. She said she's been looking at this for a while.
I haven't
Help.
seen her.
I wish. I we should have scheduled when she was here, but I didn't know. So none of us believe she committed suicide. In our hearts of hearts, we believe something has happened to her by someone else. This was Jamie's life. It is not about who is right or who is wrong. Just please reinvestigate. But that's not what is happening. Oli, Ollie knows that even when Jamie's case does eventually get passed to the coroner, it could be more than a year before the coroner makes a ruling. We don't know what happened to Jamie, but we don't think she committed suicide. There is no way in a small town she could have just disappeared and no one knows anything. The weekend, you guys, that Jamie went missing, there was arrival of 6 ships in the bay for the Tuia 250 voyage. The ships arrived early on the morning of Sunday, October 13th. There was an influx of people at the wharf and surrounding areas, and Jamie's car was in the car park all weekend. Um, I just want to okay. So Jamie's father died when she was a child. She was estranged from her mother. Um, the police detective said Jamie's case was still open and being treated as a missing person. So there is all this blood. Arctic, I can't. All this blood is found in her car, and it's being treated as a missing person. Um, Her case was being prepared to be passed on to the coroner, but Ford could not give a time frame of when that would happen. You guys, if anyone can offer any information about Jamie Kaiwai's, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at name, disappearance, please contact police by calling 105 and quoting the case number 191014 slash 3116. I'll put that in the comment section, and also um, when I'm done with the video, I will put it in the description. Um, so there is not really an update, but an PI, I think. Okay, so they have raised money to hire two former detectives to investigate. And what they have found may append the case. The police have always maintained that while unexplained, Jamie's disappearance from Tolaga Bay on October 10th, 2019 is not suspicious. They believe she most likely died in the sea. This woman was deathly afraid of water. Her family said she liked watching it. It was relaxing, but she would never go near it. Um, Once again, her family says that her disappearance is suspicious. She runs multiple social media campaigns to try to find out what happened. They can't accept the lack of investigation in the case. I can't let go because there's too much wrong. The investigator hired by the family, former detective Hamish Kerr, agrees. There are issues that are problematic, primarily around the scene that the police have looked at, particularly Jamie's car. Jamie's car was found at Tolaga Bay Wharf on October 13th, 2019, 3 days after she went missing. So this is a picture of the car. So first, look, October 10th, 2020, the car was parked right there. And then one spot over, August 12th, 2020, it was parked in space number 6. And then August 13th, 2020, car parked space 3. I don't understand why her car was moved that many times. Huh. So, you guys, they just need the public to come forward to build an accurate timeline of her movements. They have not given up. Her family has a Facebook group, which I will also put in the comment section. And they just encourage anyone that knows anything to come forward. I mean, this is a 27-year-old mom. Well, now she's in like what, 30. Hey, Barbara. Thank you for coming by. It's definitely a strange case. Arctic, why would they not have fingerprinted? And like I said earlier, if somebody's committing suicide, why are you doing that in the car and then what, walking off while you're dying? Uh, it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, and also, if she was going to commit suicide by jumping off a wharf, where did all the blood in the car come from?
That's what I'm saying. All the blood.
I mean, common sense tells you if you come across a car and there's all this blood evidence in there, you need to tape that off and treat it as a crime scene, not automatically jump to the conclusion that she jumped off a wharf and killed herself. You need to collect the fingerprints, the blood evidence. You need to start DNA testing the blood to see if maybe it belongs to more than one person, because it could belong to both the victim and the suspect. But none of this was done in this case.
Definitely agree. Um, This is a page you can go to. It is Justice for Jamie Kaiwai. Here, I'm going to put the link in the comments as well. Please help Jamie family fund a full private investigation into Jamie's disappearance. Um, they have $106,000 of $100,000 goal, and I really hope that that helps them figure out what really happened, because I doubt it was suicide. From what I'm hearing, what I'm looking at, it just doesn't sound right to me. And if Sixth Sense was here, thank you, Barbara. If Sixth Sense was here, she could tell you guys there is. She was telling me the other day a bunch of corruption. I wish she was here because I really want to talk about all of that. But maybe we'll do an update video. Um, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I just can't believe they didn't fingerprint. Oh, there's blood all over the car, but let's not, fingerprint it. Um, oh, Jamie made one phone call to her cousin in October 2019. It was possibly the last phone call she made. Also, there was still access to her Facebook after she disappeared. Let me find that. That's really weird. Everybody that is watching, let me find this. What are your guys' plans for Thanksgiving? I know Arctic said he was going to cook me a meal and send it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm staying home this year, alone. I don't feel like doing anything. Hold on. Okay. I can't find the Facebook page. Oh. So. All right. So, family post. I had wrote it down. I can't find the where I got it from, but family posted on social media that she did not have her phone or laptop on her, but it appeared that her Facebook was still being accessed. So I'm not sure if that means she was logging on there or if somebody else was logging on there. I find that interesting.
Pick up the
But yeah,
napkin that he knocked down.
huh? But yeah, you guys, this is the case of, of Jamie Kaiwai. Uh, this happened in New Zealand, and this family really needs help bringing
I
more
mean,
evidence.
it's been 3 years, and it's time for this family to get answers, because obviously she didn't jump off a wharf, because there was blood evidence all over that car. And,
Exactly.
some, I do believe that she's dead. The family even believes that.
Yeah,
But, I believe she was murdered. I don't believe that she killed herself for a second.
no, definitely not. You know, I feel for her son. I feel for her family. She is very loved, you guys, very loved. And you know your family member the best.
And we
Yeah,
need to bring light to these cases, especially where mental illness is involved, guys. If you see someone struggling, please try to help them out. We've lost so many great people recently due to mental illness. Naomi Judd killed herself. We just recently lost Aaron Carter, and
oh
he
my
had been
God.
struggling for years right in front of us. And instead of trying to help him get the help that he needed, people turned it into a fucking media circus and
Yeah,
encouraged his behavior. And ultimately, that's why he's no longer with us. So.
yeah. I'm not sure if you saw a video. I thought I posted it. These four people were on, I think it was TikTok, and they were all talking to each other. Um, they were being assholes. This guy said, "I'm the one that did it. I killed Aaron." He was like, "He's a bitch," going off, so disrespectful, right in front of like this memorial or whatever was going on. Um, People just are so evil, and you know, they make fun of those with mental illness problems. Just
They
because
have no idea what these people. I mean, they think that just because a person's a celebrity, that they've got it made and everything. But a lot of people don't really know the things that had gone on in Aaron's life and the demons that he was truly trying to fight. A
Mhm.
lot of it didn't come out, unfortunately, until after his death. And I feel for him. I mean, I wasn't a big Aaron Carter fan, but I mean, it's part of my childhood. I mean, I remember when his albums dropped, and I mean, I mostly got to know who he was through his brother Nick, and that's another thing. There had been family disputes. I mean, he was estranged from his entire family. His family had followed, instead of trying to get him the help that he needed and being there for him, his family filed restraining orders against him. So
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's so sad. So please be kind, you guys. Just because you have a mental illness does not mean that if you disappear, you know, don't look at it. Oh, they're just mental. They have a mental illness. They're just committed suicide or ran away because of it, or it needs to be taken seriously. Um, like you said, all these people are dying from it, and definitely need to bring more awareness. Um, oh, this story, I am definitely going to do a second part when Sixth Sense is on, because she had a lot to say about the corruption, because she's from the area. And I would like to hear all of that, because it does sound like, these police are really crappy. But
yeah,
hey, Lexi, hey, Sarah, good morning. Hey Lexi, did you say the last time that I was a mod, because I don't see a blue wrench by my name? I don't know why it's not there. It's not there for Sarah either. I'm so
well,
bad.
you're not gonna, it may be there for sure. I'm not in the YouTube chat,
Oh
but you're
yeah,
not going to see
yeah,
the wrench in StreamYard either way. So.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll figure it out later. So what do you guys think? Suicide or something more? I don't think she committed suicide either. Definitely not. So please, I'm gonna drop the Facebook groups, everything that you guys can. You have your wrench. Okay, okay. Um, I think I can go back and put it in the about section, right? All the links.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. We can help if you guys are on Facebook. We can help them. Just bring awareness. I looked, and there's not a lot of creators that have covered this, so we can at least share what there is. But we
Yeah,
appreciate
because if Sixth Sense hadn't brought it up, I wouldn't have known anything about it. So,
right. She also brought that other one up that I need to send to you. I need to find it. Hey Slug,
hey,
thank
Sluggy.
you. Um, I'll send you that one too. It's another New Zealand. It's a suitcase. Same. Lightning. She said I will have to look into this case. Yes, please. We went over a lot of stuff that's it's only out there. There's not really too much. But we can help through Facebook. We can help the family. We can help spread these flyers.
Hey,
So,
PJ.
hey. I hope everybody is doing super, super well. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food, sleep all day, relax. Um, and thank you, Arctic, as always, for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me. I will probably not be doing much tomorrow because I'll probably be in a turkey coma after I.
I know everybody's probably going to be doing the same. So, I'm not going anywhere. My family is. I decided to stay home by myself. Um, I'm just having a hard, I'm not feeling it this year. My uncle passing a week ago, and I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like I said, yesterday was my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, and it was the first one without my dad here, so that was a rough day.
oh my gosh, I
And
know.
and so, and then tomorrow it's the first Thanksgiving without him here, so it's definitely
Oh,
gonna be rough. It's gonna, and then Christmas is so yeah, it's gonna be a rough couple of months, guys. But
so we're in the same. It's your dad, but it's the holidays is what's really hard, and I'm here if you need me. You know that if you want to call me. Um, You'll regret not going. My dad died Thanksgiving. Please go celebrate it with your kids, please. See, my kids are going to my mother in law's house. My aunt, my uncle, who just passed, lived right across the street. I want to be there with my kids because, it's a holiday and they're going. I don't know. I don't know. I have so much just going on in my head, and um, it would be the first time I never went with them to my mother in law's house for Thanksgiving. I know that.
happy early birthday, PJ.
Oh,
I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.
whose
Um,
birth? Oh, Lightning the way home.
yeah,
Oh, happy early birthday. I feel so bad for the families from the Chesapeake shooting last night. Sarah, is that what you were sending me? I fell asleep. I didn't look at it all the way. Slug, you're right. I'll probably go because I would feel super horrible for my kids. They'll be like, "Why didn't mommy come with us?" I don't know. Um, did you hear about that, Arctic? The
that's the one where the manager of a Walmart just went and opened fire. I guess I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it last night. I'm trying to get caught up today, but that yeah, there was I think it was a manager of a Walmart that went psycho and just decided to start shooting people.
oh my god, you're not safe at work anymore. You're not safe at school. You're not safe going into a store. Where are you safe at? Home. I mean, not even home. Somebody can come in and uh, it took me a few years to get back into the holidays after my mother-in-law passed. I get the feeling, but you have to do it for the kids. Oh my gosh, and I know how hard it is for your loss of your mother-in-law. Um, I'm so sorry, and I'm here for you guys too. If anyone ever needs to speak, talk, I'm here.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, and my Facebook group is easily accessible. It's Arctic Fox True Crime, the same as my channel. I'm on Facebook. You can send me a friend request. Anyone, anytime someone needs to talk, feel free to reach out. I'm real easy to talk to because I know how it is. I've been there before, feeling like I didn't have anyone I could talk to. So
Yeah, and he really is. I call him all the time, and he would never get tired of it. But even me, I love helping people. I know how it is too to feel lonely, and I'm here. Wanted to show my love. Hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. Prayers, holidays can be hard. Thank you so much, and you have an amazing Thanksgiving and birthday as well. Um, Always carry a gun nowadays. Yes. Sarah said the manager did it.
yeah, it was the manager of the Walmart. I mean, it's crazy.
This is the first year I'm really getting back into the spirit. It's temporary. Yes, definitely. I'll feel right, sooner or later. um, thank you guys for all your positive advice. And yeah, I think we're done. Um, Sixth Sense, Amelia, if you come on afterwards, comment, and then we will definitely do like an update one or just another one because I would love to hear what you have to say. So please comment, you know. Thank you guys for all your support. Please, please, please go subscribe to Arctic Box True Crime, Sluggy Sleuth, Sarah Jean, Checking
Checking convictions.
Convictions. Yes. White Boy Radio. Oh, look, Six Sense is here.
There she
Oh
is.
my gosh. We were just getting off. But we went over the case and I'm like, "Oh my god, I wish you were here because you know a lot about it." And you were talking about the corruption and we would just like to hear about all of that. Man, it's 7 a.m. there. Oh,
Yeah, I figured it was the time difference thing.
yeah, because she's like a day ahead of us. Let me see if she so we went over everything, Sixth Sense, and a lot of people agree that it definitely does not sound like it was a suicide. Um, there was blood in the car, clothes filled with blood, no fingerprints were taken. Like, what do you feel? Because you said you were like heavily. Okay, I'll re-watch the video and comment on it. I wanted to hear what you had to say so bad. But yeah, okay. Do that. And then if you have anything to say, just comment and we'll go back and read it. All right, you guys. So yeah, please go subscribe to all these wonderful creators that do the best, um, you know, to bring awareness to cases. No, I think it was gang involved. Oh gosh, are there a lot of gangs right there? See, now I'm gonna stay. And didn't you mention one time that there was like a lot of different murders right there um, that weren't solved? Oh my God. And the car was moved 3 times. Okay, yes.
A car with a dead battery, nonetheless, was moved 3 times and then started right up when they found it. So,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me at all. Um, and that's probably why not in this area. So that's probably why the police are kind of ignoring it because of the gangs. I
well,
mean,
again, this is a woman that's had a history of mental illness. She used weed, which again, I'm just going to be honest. I can't think of very many of us in this YouTube community that don't use it to cope. So I mean, I don't have a big issue with the weed thing, but these cops, anytime drugs are used or it's there's a history of mental illness or and again, she was an adult on top of it, and they don't take missing adult cases seriously. It's not isolated to New Zealand by any means. We see it all the time here in the States too,
mm-hmm.
and so that there's a lot going on. But how do you ignore blatant blood evidence all over the vehicle? How do you not even collect the blood evidence or dust for fingerprints? How do you claim that you can't get into the electronic devices, but they're taken by family somewhere and easily gotten into within 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah. And a lot of gang members have ties to detectives, police officers. Um, could it be a case like that?
Well, it's a possibility because they have informants. And if they're working with law enforcement, sometimes law enforcement will turn a blind eye depending on how corrupt law enforcement is.
Barbara said, "Hey, Arctic, I love your profile pic of a cute little baby fox. Isn't
Thank
it so
you.
cute? It looks like my husky. She's white but has blue eyes." Um, Sixth Sense says everyone is related to someone here. Yes, yeah, because I know back in my days, I was a little thug, um, 15, 16. Um, the people I rolled with, they had connections to police. And just kind of now that I know there's that gang activity, it kind of sounds really suspicious. And we went over, Amelia, how big. Let me pull it back up just because you're back. Um, to Tologa, uh, Tologa Bay, um, it only has the population was 831 in the 2018 census, and that was an increase of 84 from 2013.
Well, see, and
Um,
that makes sense too, because a lot of these smaller towns are where you see the most corruption, unfortunately.
yeah, that's very true too. Um, she said, "Tall,
Talaga.
oh, Talaga. I am so sorry. I don't want to disrespect anyone. I'm so bad at names, really bad. Before I did this video, I was playing like read aloud and it was saying the names, but I still can't get it. Yeah, it says it has 423 males and 411 females.
Wow. And now, is that by 2022 standards? Because we remember this happened 3 years ago. There may
Yeah.
have been less of a population then. So,
Well, that was in 2000 uh that was in 2018.
okay. So it's possible that the population may have been slightly higher when this occurred then.
I'm so sorry, Lexi. I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. I know it's hard. Thank you so much, Barbara. Um, yeah, like if I don't ever get back to anyone on Messenger, it's just because I am just I don't know. I'll get better. It's a lot of regret. It's a lot of just stuff. That's okay. New Zealand pronunciations can be tricky. I definitely saw that when I was reading into all of this. Have you ever met the family? And do you know what it meant? We just read that her Facebook was accessed. Now, I'm not sure if it was accessed in somebody logging in or wrote something when she disappeared.
If it was access, that means that someone had logged into it.
Mm, hmm. But her phone, oh, yeah, okay. When this happened, there was a centennial event. There were a lot of people, extra people there at the time. Yeah, and wow. And it said something about 3 boats coming to shore. What is the centennial event?
Centennial means 100, so it's like 100-year anniversary.
Oh, okay. I can't believe nobody saw contact the family on Facebook. No, I mean like in the area, do they hold events? Because I noticed that they're active on Facebook. They have groups. Um, and that's crazy. I've always wanted to live in a little town where
I live in a
everybody.
little town. It ain't all it cracked up to be, trust me.
I know you tell me about your little town. And her son, Sixth Sense. How was the relationship? Do you know? I couldn't see anything about the father of her son and her relationship. Do you know anything about that? I couldn't even find his name. All I see is the cousin speaking for the family. Oh, you don't know. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, Sixth Sense, thank you for joining. I wish that I would have done it a little later so you could have watched the whole thing, but you can go back and watch and let us know information that we might have missed. And like I said, we'll do like an update and we'll keep looking. I am going to link all the stuff in the About section where you can help the family. And thank you guys again for coming. Um, Arctic, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me as always.
I love having you on. And please go check out his deep dive he just did on Arctic Box True Crime. I love when he does them. I can't stop saying that. I'm like, I wish he would do it more. Um, that case I'm not familiar with, but I am about to go watch it as we speak. Um, I'll thank you ever so much. I'll rewatch it. Contact the family, ask them to do an interview. Yeah, I'll probably contact the cousin because she seems very active, and see what she has to say. Yeah, and please give the video a like, please share, and if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving and be safe out there. Bye, Arctic.
Bye.
Bye, you guys. Love y'all. Thank you for supporting us.